I'm moving it because it's all up in the camera. I was just moving out the thing.
Can I finish my lunch? I got to do everything. I gotta come up with the topic. I can't even eat my lunch.
I can't leave you my lunch. I can't even leave my lunch. What's up, y'all? So, as she's finishing her lunch, I'm just gonna talk to y'all for a second.
I am so hungry.
Yeah, so, welcome.
Sorry, y'all.
To the 28th episode of Let's Make Out Podcast.
Only been 28 episodes.
Ain't 28
That
episodes.
is the worst.
That ain't the worst.
It is.
That ain't the worst. So, yes, welcome back. I'm Chad. You know that. And this is the beautiful Gabrielle.
Okay. We ain't ready to do that all over again. Do you remember the new order? Sorry, y'all. I had pressed record, but I wasn't ready.
We're going to do this and then the thing, right? Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, this was this and
I feel like my poof keeps getting cut off.
Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, you ready?
By the camera. Okay. I think I'm ready now. Don't judge me, y'all.
Alright, y'all. We about to get this kicked off. Y'all ready to get it kicked off? Kick off.
The jump off.
Alright, here we go. What up?
Hey, what it do, shouty?
What it do, y'all? We back.
We back, y'all. Hey, we didn't stay gone too long.
It wasn't that long. This is 2 weeks later, y'all.
This is progress, okay?
That's right, progress. And we got a plan to film another one tomorrow.
I know, right? We own it.
We're trying to get it done. So, yes. So,
if you're new here, welcome to the Let's Make Out podcast. If you're not new here, welcome back. I am Gabrielle, one of your hosts.
And I am Chad, the other host, who has the pleasure of being here with the beautiful Gabrielle.
Oh, thank you.
But yes, Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Love, life, and laughter.
That's right.
Okay?
So, you want to go ahead and kick this?
Your life right.
I know we're trying to get your life right. We're trying to get our life right. So hopefully we say something that maybe helps y'all. Maybe it helps us too. So
exactly.
we get our life right. Maybe we can help you get your life right. Or vice versa. So.
Cue the music.
That's right.
Can we get that right?
No. No, y'all know how it works. This thing don't be brand new, Gabrielle.
One day, y'all, it's gonna work.
It's just we don't have the exact same length of intro every time.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you have to like edit it. So I can pop it in there real quick, but then you have to like.
See, if we did all of the fancy editing with our videos, we could make it just start right in post, but we haven't gotten that together yet. We don't even have an intro for this channel.
Not quite yet.
You just see us. What you see is what you get.
What you get. All right, here we go. Why it's so low?
The volume is so low.
I don't know why the volume is so low today.
Yeah, that's so weird, right?
I mean, because ain't nothing different.
Having technical difficulties with Gabe's
Weird.
computer. I feel like you put that light over there and it's giving you all the light, and I don't have no light over here. Still.
Yo.
Right. So.
Yeah. So here. Okay, what you about to say? She about to say something.
I was talking about this lighting situation we have. If you're watching us, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're listening, then I'm fussing about how the lighting isn't the best on me. We're using the ring light, but it's shining on Babe. He don't need the ring light. I need the ring light.
No, girl, it is countering the light that's from that side so that it can bounce off your left side of your face.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's exactly how it works. I'm brightening up the left side of your face along with my brightness of my cheeks coming up here.
Give me some of that.
Yes.
Some of the brightness there.
Yes, but y'all. So last time, what we talked about.
Oh, you guys! Last one was a good one. We talked about the
7-year itch.
7-year itch, and how to know if you're headed towards the 7-year itch, how to avoid that. So if you have not listened to that one or watched that one, go back and check it out. It was a good one. You guys gave some really good feedback. I actually saw a comment where somebody said this was really good. I'm divorced and I could see some of these things that contributed to that divorce. Yeah, so I think that it's really good in that we actually touched on the topic that we're going to cover today, which is the secrets that you should keep from your spouse, or secrets that are okay to keep from your spouse.
I don't know about this.
I don't know about that. We haven't even looked at them yet. It's like 7 things that you should be okay keeping from your spouse. So I'm interested in getting into that. But before we get into the topic, we're going to do our new segment, Question of the Day.
That's right, in our handy dandy, the book of questions. If you're listening, you cannot see what I'm holding up.
Yes.
But it is linked down in the show notes.
Yes.
So check that out. But if you are watching, there you go. It's also in the description box. So I think
you get to pick.
I get to pick number this time?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Are you gonna tell me?
I guess I'll tell you now. Okay. Let's go with.
I can read your mind now.
72.
I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking.
I bet you do.
It's I can't.
I bet you do. This is the Let's Make Out podcast.
Wait.
Not good.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. You can tell me if it's not good.
Okay.
What could someone figure out about you by the friends you've chosen? Do your close friends tend to be older or younger than you, less or more talented and successful than you? Do they share your values, ambitions, interests? This is
I'm not sure that I can answer this one. Look.
Why do you feel like you can't
To be
answer
honest, I don't feel like I have like any super deep friends. And the reason being, like, I have some good friends, but the problem is, like, I feel like you can only go so deep with someone as a friend if you live close to them. If you're able to, like...
I don't agree with that.
I don't know. For me, I think it's by the individual. But for me, so I would say I have some close friends that I can talk to about some deep stuff, you know, and that I can, you know, bounce ideas off, be vulnerable with. But I don't know if
you have enough close friends to answer the question.
Yeah, if I have enough close friends to really answer that question.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think, just to piggyback off of what you said, I don't think that you necessarily have to be like in the same space to have a closeness with a person, but I think that it all goes back to like your intentionality. Like you have to intentionally build the relationship or keep the relationship strong, because, you know, I have friends that I went to college with that, you know, live in LA, and, you know, we are only as close as we allow ourselves to be, because we got to make sure that we are checking up on each other and talking to each other and going deep and having those conversations. So I think that it just depends on how bad you want it.
True.
You're right. We can pick another question.
Yeah, let's
pick another question, because I want us to both be able to answer the question. But that is something to think about, because, you know, you are the company that you keep. So, you know, maybe take some inventory. Like, what are your friends doing?
Yeah, like, what are you bringing into your friend's life, and what are your friends bringing into your life? And if it's a bunch of nonsense, then
cut it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a goodie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, give me a new number.
Okay, let's go with 27. Let's switch it up.
27. Let's just flip that around. Okay. Would you like to be truly brilliant, more intelligent than 99.9% of the population? If so, would it matter if being that smart would virtually eliminate your sense of humor about the things that amuse most people?
The answer to that is no. I would not like to be like in the 99.9% smartness bracket, whatever they something.
Why?
Because I mean,
only because you would lose your humor.
Like if I've got to lose my sense of humor, which
that's a really good quality you have,
and lose the ability to like brighten Gabriel's day or brighten my family's day or the friends that I do got. If I have to lose that ability, then no, it's not worth it to me. But being that smart would be amazing, and people that are that smart are, that's pretty amazing.
Right.
But if I have to give up sense of humor to be that smart, then I'm good. I'll be dumb and funny.
That's hilarious. I don't know. That's a really good question. I think I'd rather be intelligent. Because here's the thing, I don't think that I'm that funny anyway. So
she a goofball.
I feel like if you take away some of my humor, I'm gonna be all right. Because that's kind of how I live anyway.
She like the goof. She like the goof troop.
According to some peeps, I'm not funny at all. I'm pretentious. My, humor comes off as pretentious. That was a comment that we got.
That was a comment today.
I actually just saw that before we started.
It's so funny.
Which is so weird because I don't understand that. Like, I don't think of myself as a pretentious person.
Because you're not.
At all.
And here's my thing.
But I don't even understand how my attempts at being funny makes me look pretentious. Like that comment, it doesn't even make sense.
Here's my thing. If you got a comment, like sometimes you just, a comment, just keep it to yourself. Like, like nobody needs to know. It doesn't matter.
I'm all for dialogue.
But then, but then on the other hand, if you have a comment, then how about you throwing negativity at what you perceive to be negativity does nothing. Mm-hmm. So how about you come with some substance? How about you be a grown up and come with some substance?
Okay, babe. Okay, I wasn't gonna do all of that.
Okay,
he's so funny. Like sure. If you're gonna bring up something, back it up with an example. Yeah. Like, don't just throw it out there.
Be constructive.
Where's the constructive part of the criticism?
Exactly.
So anyway, that's so funny that we talked about that because I wasn't going to bring it up. But we were talking about humor, and
there we go.
I don't really understand how that can make me look pretentious, but I'm not that funny anyway. So
she's funny.
I don't have the sense of humor that Babe has. So maybe I'm just not as funny as you.
She's funny.
I think I'm more funny when I try not to be.
Oh yeah, she's just goofy and she don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely goofy, but I think I would rather be smarter. So we would love to hear what you would rather have. Would you rather be 99.9% intelligent, or the 99.9% of the population that's more intelligent, or would you rather be funny? Tweet us. Use the hashtag LMO podcast or hashtag Let's Make Out podcast and let us know. Or you can also comment below if you're watching.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to get into this topic. We're going to talk about the 7 secrets you don't have to tell your partner if you don't want to. And let me just say that this is a random article that we found on the internet. So it's not like this is law, this is somebody's opinion. But it was interesting when it came up in the previous vlog or the previous podcast. So we figured we'd talk about it. So let's get into this together.
All
Number
right.
1, your number.
Not your phone number, because if you're married to them, you better have your phone number. I mean, like, if y'all ain't giving each other your number, then that's an issue.
Your sexual partner number.
Sexual?
That's an interesting.
That is interesting.
What do you think?
I mean, I think that the past numbers don't matter. Honestly, they don't matter at that point.
They don't.
But at the same time, like it's your past. Like, no reason to be ashamed. Like, you can't. It's like the same thing like regret. You can't change the past, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It happened. The past has happened. You can't change it. So, I mean, I think that maybe that's something, I don't know, but I feel like that's something that, it shouldn't be like, we can't talk about this. Like, I'm too ashamed to tell you that. You should never be ashamed to tell your spouse, the person you plan to spend the rest of your life with, something about your, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no,
I agree. I think that, obviously you do what you want to do, but I think that it's okay to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a spouse, because some people don't want to know.
Yeah.
And if your spouse is like, I don't need to know the number, it's cool, because, maybe they'll look at you differently, which it's really weird because if they would look at you differently, then I don't feel like we need to keep going. Because what if you find it out one day? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it shouldn't. If you love this person, it should not matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It's the past.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. But if your spouse just doesn't want to know, or you have a significant other that's like, it doesn't matter, then
Yeah,
I guess you can hold it. I wouldn't like hold it on purpose.
On purpose, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's on the table for conversation. For us, it's never been a thing where we didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you're going to be in a serious relationship, a marriage with someone, there shouldn't be anything that's off the table. So that's how I look at that.
Exactly. I feel like yeah, exactly.
This thing keeps going. There's a link to secrets you shouldn't ever tell your partner. Oh, this is so interesting. This is like the rabbit hole. Like you can go down the rabbit hole of things. Now I'm like,
Okay, are you gonna go back?
I'm gonna go back because see these articles, they ain't about the right. I just glanced through it and I'm like, really? Exactly. Like these are things you should absolutely tell your partner. Yes. Okay, anyway, so the first one was your number. Okay, the second one is sex dreams involving other people.
That's hilarious.
I'm going to go on record and say that I don't want to hear about that. Exactly. So, you keep that to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, unless y'all had that relationship, then...
Yeah, if you have that kind of relationship,
go for it.
I feel like, and then like half the time, like a dream... I don't know if you can, but I don't know. Like, can you control your dreams? Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that dreams are anything that you can control.
Exactly. So, like, if that happens in a dream or something like that, I mean...
Oh, okay. So, if it is something that you honestly cannot control, then why is it a bad thing to share?
Well, exactly.
Well, I mean, but I'm asking you because you said you don't want to know. You know, maybe because it would just make you feel some type of way.
I mean, I feel like you wouldn't want to know, and I wouldn't want to know if we were purposely like, having a sex dream about somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like, I mean, what I'm saying is like, if you just have a dream and I mean, there's somebody else, I mean, can you control that? Can you control that happening?
I don't think you can control that happening, which makes me think, I don't think that I would, now that I think about it, I don't think that I would care if you had a dream and you wanted to share with me like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I was married to such and such, or I was doing such and such. Now, if it was an ex, please keep that to yourself.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
You better not tell me you sexing your ex in these dreams now.
I agree, 100%.
That's going to be a situation, okay?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Exactly, because that's like an uncomfortable, like that's just something you just don't want.
Even though I feel like that's something you also can't control. You can't control who gonna star in your dreams.
That's what I mean. You cannot control who's gonna be in your dreams. So like,
but it does make you think like subconsciously. Are you thinking about this person or like how dream? I don't know enough about dreams to know like. How do they work? I
don't know enough about dreams either, but I feel like
I want to research that.
I feel like I've had random dreams about just random situations, like being in like locations I've never been in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of a movie I watched or like.
You never know what's gonna.
You never know what's gonna trigger a dream, right? Your subconscious has so much in it that I don't think anything leaves your subconscious. Like your past is still in your subconscious.
Oh no, it don't. I don't think it goes anywhere.
You know what I mean? So like, if something there, you know what I'm saying. So like, I feel like So that's an interesting one because I don't know how dreams work either.
Yeah, I don't know. If you out there and you want to know that your spouse is dreaming about their ex, let me know.
Exactly.
Because I feel like that would just be all bad everything.
Yes. All bad everything.
Got the side eye you.
Yes, exactly. All right, that's a good one.
That was a good one. Okay, that your partner isn't your best in bed.
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely what?
No, you wouldn't. Why would you ever?
Yeah, I think that. No, I think it took me a minute because I read it wrong. I think it was saying that your partner isn't the best in bed. In that case, you should absolutely talk about it because you gotta
isn't the best you've ever had in bed.
Okay, no, that's a completely different.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so I see where this is going. Like, these are things that you don't necessarily have to say.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like that is very hurtful.
That's hurtful
because why would I ever need to know that?
Why would I ever need to know that? And why would you ever need to say that?
Yeah, I don't think that you would either. Like, if you feel like the person you're with is not your best, it should be your goal to make it the best.
Exactly.
Like, what is missing?
What is missing?
What can we incorporate?
Especially if this is your spouse. Especially if this is your spouse. Like,
absolutely.
Like,
so yeah, no, I don't want to know that either.
I feel like if the person that you are married to is not your best, then and you're not trying to figure out how to make it your best,
then that's another issue.
It might be a personal issue you need to figure out.
Okay, let's see. Uncomfortable things from your past. And this one says, relationships don't always equal mutual sharing of all past hurts. If you aren't ready to share this with a best friend, you don't have to share it with a romantic partner either. Again, this is one of those things.
If we're talking about being married to somebody,
how deep do you want to go with your significant other? Because there should absolutely be things that I may not be comfortable telling my best friend that I will tell my spouse. Like, it's a different relationship. Like, I should be able to tell my spouse anything
over your best friend.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Best friend should never trump the person you said is going to be your
I don't think so.
person for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, your best friend could be your not best friend tomorrow. Your spouse is your
spouse could not be your spouse tomorrow.
Yes, but you made a vow in front of God.
You're right.
This person is going to be your person for the rest of your life. You never did a vow in front of God that your best friend going to be your best friend for the rest of your life.
That's true.
If you did, that's just interesting. Let me know what they do on best friend vow renewals and stuff.
Hey, you never know. Folks out here marrying themselves.
I know,
so you just never know.
But no, you should. Things from the past are definitely hard. People have trauma, right, in their past. But if there's anyone that you should feel comfortable talking to about it,
it should be your spouse.
Hopefully it's your spouse. Or the person.
Yeah, like, and I get that, everybody processes trauma differently. And, like, there are certain things about Chad's war experience that I still don't know. And I don't think that it's a secret that he's holding from me.
But it comes out. It comes out.
Stories come out here and there. So I think that's...
But if she ever asked me...
Yeah, he wouldn't hold it.
I would tell her
if
she ever asked me. But, like, it's just not something that, like, I just openly, hey, let's talk about this today. Right. But if she, like, wants to talk to me about it, she asked me a question specifically, I'll give her an answer.
Yeah, and if it never, ever came up, then I would feel like that would be cause for concern. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have gone through a trauma, I think that talking about it is part of the healing.
Absolutely.
And sharing it with your spouse is something that's going to take your relationship even deeper. And, provide a better place for understanding and communication and, vulnerability that's needed in a marriage, So
yeah, we've had so many good conversations, about past situations and hers, past and mine, and like it's only made us tighter.
Yeah, it just opens up a whole
to
nother
be able
layer.
to talk about something and like know that you can do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I
think it would only be helpful.
Yeah, it is absolutely helpful, and I think it's made me open up more over the years, and I think same for you.
Yeah,
it just gives you the opportunity to just it builds trust even more.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the coolest part about it.
Takes you even deeper.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
Little pet peeves is the next one. If you harbor any negativity towards things your partner cannot change about themselves, I strongly suggest you keep it to yourself. So this could mean small pet peeves like chewing loudly or snoring. I feel like you cannot chew loudly.
The snoring you can get. Obviously that could be a medical issue, so you can get addressed. You can get that addressed though. Obviously, if snoring is bad, then you need to get it checked out because that could definitely be a medical issue, right? So that can be addressed, medically. Hey, you snore really loud, but let's get it checked out, right? We'll make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, chew loud, like hey, you chew like a freaking giraffe or a zebra. Maybe we need to talk about that. Like, hey, bro, like.
You know, you slurp your soup when we out at the restaurant. Like, can you get it together?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay but that's okay. But that's the thing. You are accountability partners in life.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be like, you can do it in a lighthearted, funny manner.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be nasty or rude or mean.
Exactly. Like, you know, hey, just buy, like, for instance, if I chewed really loud, she could buy me like a black and white striped shirt and say, hey, here, wear this. And you're like, well, why would I want to wear this? It's like, well, I mean, you chew like a zebra, you might as well look like one. I mean, it could be like something, you know, like.
That's something playful. I feel like when you be smacking, I'll be like, it's good, huh? You know what I'm saying? Just little things to bring it to your attention.
Or when she's drinking water and she's gulping, I'm like, girl, you thirsty, right? But that's just the way that we can have fun with each other, but we can also say, hey, you know, like, you maybe don't want to do that in public, you know? Like,
yeah, I think that I'm going to disagree and say that you should speak up about little pet peeves, especially if the little pet peeves are going to annoy you and turn into something bigger because you didn't talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
if you have an argument and then you throwing out that they chew like a zebra, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this anyway because you do. You know, so it's something that you've been holding on to when you should have just brought it up. Like, if it's a little pet peeve, then in theory, it shouldn't be a hard conversation to have. You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, so little pet peeves, big pet peeves, if it's something that your spouse does that annoys you and it can be changed, maybe they don't know that it annoys you. So maybe you bring it up and they're like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I had no clue. Ain't nobody ever told me.
And then you live happily ever after because it doesn't bother you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's all it comes down to.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
They sure don't. And I can't read your mind.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay, so the next one is your text messages. It says, a healthy relationship is based upon trust and honesty. If your partner is constantly being nosy and asking you who you're texting or what it's about, or even worse, they want to look through your phone and verify it for themselves, this is a proof positive that the trust in your relationship is lacking. Well, I mean, obviously.
100%.
Obviously, if I got to check up after you, then something is wrong. And I've been in those types of relationships and something was wrong. Like, it was unhealthy. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, you know how people say when you go looking for something, you'll find it? I don't agree with that. If it ain't there, it ain't there. Whether I'm looking or not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Just because you have a lack of trust does not automatically make the other person guilty. Mm-hmm. You could just have a trust issue, right? Yeah. So I think that the problem with that statement is that just because you think something's going on, that the other person's automatically guilty.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the case all the time.
No, it's not.
But that is the case sometimes, obviously. But that's not the case all the time. And I think that if you go at it if you have that mentality that, if I think something's wrong, then something's wrong, then you're being ignorant, first of all, because, like, if you think something's wrong, talk to your spouse, talk to your person, like, hey, I've been having these feelings, I want to talk about it, can you reassure me, right? And then move on. Yeah. But, like, but I also say that, like, I mean, there's only one person that has my code on my phone, and that's Gabrielle. Her fingerprint works to open my phone too, like, and vice versa. Yeah. So if she needs to use my phone, use my phone. Like so I think that she never has to look through my stuff. I never have to look through her stuff. But we also have complete access to each other so that we can use it if we need. So if she doesn't have her phone dies, she's used my phone many times to do stuff. Yeah. Like, because it's, there's trust and balance there. But I think if you feel like there's an issue going on, then just address it. Yeah. Don't go snooping. Like, just address it. Like, man, this whole being a private, like, spy and...
Sometimes you got to do that, though, because you got to know what's happening, because folks be out here dishonest.
No, that's true.
And I'm not saying, I'm not going to advocate for that, but I have been the private investigator. I have done the digging, because sometimes you just won't know, and sometimes as a woman, you have that gut feeling.
No, true.
And you just got to go for it, and it's right there, and you would never know if you didn't go for it. So, I mean, I get that, but if I'm in a marriage with you, you're my husband, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to keep my text messages from you. Like, I don't necessarily have to, like, share and, like, look who I text today, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a secret.
No,
you
it's
see
not,
what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
a secret.
So
Absolutely.
I think that's what it's.
No, we don't give each other a report
of
the
the
day.
Rundown.
Yeah, of like, hey, I text this person, I called this person. No,
No.
We've never told each other who we were texting because that doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, unless I ask you, like, oh, who you talking to? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I mean, that,
like, for instance,
if
I text with our, like an assistant or somebody that we're working with, and it's a female, she goes on the text.
Yeah.
Like, that's just out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just out of respect for my wife. Like, there's never a chance of anything happening there on either side. It's just, it's out of respect for Gabrielle. And she would do the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah.
So I feel like if you're in a position where you don't want to show your significant other your text messages, what is in them?
What's in them?
Because that is like the only time where if you have an issue with it, or if you running after your spouse trying to get your phone back, what's on there?
What is on there? If you
you got to question what you're doing.
Yeah, why do you want to live like that?
Exactly.
Why is that even
enough?
That don't even sound like a fun life.
No, like, who want to be hiding and keeping secrets? And it just ain't that crucial. If you delete messages, then you shouldn't have sent it in the first place.
Exactly.
How about that? Okay.
How about that? How about them apples?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, it went back to the other.
Oh.
Was this the last one? The last one.
What article was that on your phone, Gabrielle? What was you looking at?
I can't get with you. That you think about your ex sometimes.
I mean, that goes hand in hand with that other one.
That goes with the other one.
No, I mean,
why does that even need to come up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but then a deeper thought is you need to figure out why you're thinking about your ex.
Yeah, that's true.
For like,
I mean, I think that we all, because things live in our subconscious, a song could come on and it can make you think of someone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I think that is something that
being reminded of them or something like that, that's fine. But I'm talking about, like, actually, like, deep thinking about your ex.
Yeah, like, what do you think of
there's some issues there. You gotta figure that out. Just, I mean, again, your past is your past. It's still there. Like,
it doesn't go
away.
Yeah.
So, like, you're gonna see something or something's gonna remind you that's just life. Mm-hmm. But it should be just that. A quick reminder and keep it moving.
And keep it pushing.
That's it. Was that the last one?
So that was the last one.
Okay,
so that list wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, but this next one, I'm not sure we're gonna do this next one because it looks ratchet.
This one does look ridiculous. Like,
it's got a meme of Tom Cruise on one of them, just so you know.
I'm gonna just read through some of them because some of them are this is. And I'm not going down no more rabbit holes of these articles. 13 things you should never tell your partner, no matter how close you are. First of all, never say never. Like, I think that when you use extremes like that, you set yourself up for failure before you even get started. So number one thing is we're not like we used to be. You should absolutely tell your partner if something has changed, because how do you get back? Like,
if you feel like things are not as good as they used to be, or things are not clicking like they used to be, why would you not tell your
that?
What that doesn't make no sense. Bad advice. Definitely tell them if something's changed, in your opinion.
Okay, like, no, you complete me is the next one. That's what the
it's a meme of
Jerry Maguire
where he says you complete me.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that we should all know by now that
no person
completes you. You need to come into the relationship 100% whole and healthy and yourself.
So you can be equally yoked and go up from there.
Exactly. Ain't no 50-50 here. I bring my 100, you bring your 100.
We got 200.
An insult disguised as a joke. Okay, sarcasm. You've put on some weight. Okay, that's an interesting topic.
You put on some weight. Here's my thing. If you ask your spouse to be honest with you about all things, good and bad.
You gotta take the good and the bad.
Light and heavy. Exactly in there. Then I feel like if you gain weight and you're doing things, you have habits that are making you continue to gain weight, like eating bad foods, or you stop working out. Like, there could be a deeper root cause. Like, are you going through something? Like, emotionally, are you dealing with depression? Like, there's things that you could be dealing with that has caused you to stop taking care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not want your spouse to say, hey, like, what is going on? Like, you are not like this. Like you usually are very conscious about what you're eating, about, you know, the weight that you're gaining.
I think there's a way that you say
it's about how you say. You don't say, hey, you know what, you're a big old girl now, like, you know what happened.
Junky these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it really just depends on how you say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to know. Yeah, it's about tact. So I would love to know from the ladies though, like, do you want to know from your spouse that because here's the thing, we all know when we gain weight. Like, it's not a secret. When you are bigger and your clothes aren't fitting, you know. Yeah. But would you like for your spouse to tell you? I feel like most women would be like, no, you better not tell me I'm getting big. Tell me, honey. If I'm looking sloppy, don't have me out in these streets looking sloppy.
That's
like,
what I mean.
You're the closest person to me.
That's
you need to be like, okay, babe.
Because it's coming from love. It should be coming from love.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing.
Did you work out today, girl?
Are you going to? Right. Do it, shawty, and I'll take you right now. And here's a shake right after, a protein shake. But here's my thing, like, why would you, it goes back to that same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want the good, you got to take the bad as well. Like, we know that life and we know that, let's be more specific. We know that losing weight and keeping your body tight and healthy and keeping your nutrition right is some of the hardest things you can do.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard.
It is.
Everybody knows that. It's not easy.
Not
and
easy.
So, like, if you are not taking care of yourself and your weight is, here's my thing, is if your weight is going up, then your health is probably going down. Mm. And I'm speaking from, you know, like my father, you know, as his weight went up, his health went down.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not want your spouse, the person that wants you to live forever? Like, I want Gabrielle to live forever. And I want to live forever with her.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to be with her. So why would I ever be like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to tell her that she's gained a little bit of weight, that she's, you know, not taking care of herself as much, because I see that she's not taking care of herself the way that she used to. I'm not going to tell her that, though, because, you know, I mean, who knows?
I don't want to hurt her feelings.
There could be medical issues going on, but I don't want to tell her that, though. I'm going to let her figure it out herself. To me, that's just
I think that's shady. And I, you know, it just all goes back to how you tell them. And maybe you don't want to flat out say it, but maybe you do something to help them. And you're like, you know what? Hey, you know what? I thought about this. Why don't we, like, join the gym? Or what do you think about, you know, trying this workout class with me? Or what about this new cookbook? Let's try some new, you know what I'm saying? There are tactful ways to throw it in there.
I bought a swing. Let's, you know. No, but I mean, like, yes, exactly. Like, it's all about tact. If you love someone, then you're going to talk to them with love and kindness. Yeah. So.
But don't tell me, especially if I'm out here thinking I'm cute and I ain't. I mean, tell me, especially if I'm out here thinking I'm cute and I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just.
Let's reel it in. Do you really need that ice cream?
I'm saying, do you need 3 scoops, or can we just do a half a scoop? Can we do half a scoop?
Let's put it in the cup, not the cone. We good.
Can we do non-fat yogurt? I mean, you know. But I'm saying, like, you have to, like, but that's the part of being with the person that you love.
That's hilarious.
Because you should be able to be, like, you know, real 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's the benefit of being with that person, is because, I mean, that's what you can be you.
Right.
Like, you can, you know.
Man, if I can't be you with you, my spouse, like, what is life? Like,
what is life
if I can't be myself with you, what is life?
That's what I'm saying. What is life if I can't, like, if I can't come down, like, with my hair wrap on, like, if I can't, you know, take my wig off, like, you know, or my twisted up hair, like.
That's a whole other situation. There's women out here living in that, where they won't let their significant other, their spouse, see them
undone,
without makeup, or undone. And I just, for the life of me, why would you ever want to live in that type of bondage?
You can't be yourself.
I'm so sorry.
You can't be yourself.
At my worst,
then you don't deserve me at my best.
Exactly. You know.
You know. But
okay, so
that wasn't a Howard University reference either.
Oh,
just so you know. Ain't you?
That's so funny. Okay, so the next one was every single detail. No, it's just talking about, like, TMI, whatever. I don't care. I don't understand that. So, like, as a response.
Yeah, as a response.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you say, somebody says something like, "Hey, this person talking bad about you," well, I don't care.
Yeah.
What they say. Okay, something like that could be. But, like, if you say, "Hey, this bothers me," I don't care. then yeah, that's an issue.
So this is saying, I don't care implies a lack of interest both in them and your relationship.
Depends on what the context of the conversation
like this is kind of broad. That's crazy. Not only is the word crazy problematic for mental health reasons, but it can be a slow burning destructive force in your partnership too. This sends the message that your partner's perspective isn't valid. Oh, okay, so like if you tell me something, or say you're feeling a certain type of way, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Or you acting right, you thinking crazy.
Yeah.
If again, context.
Context is everything.
Everything.
And and you know your spouse. Like, Chad can tell me something is crazy, and I'm not going to take it to heart. Like, oh my goodness, he's calling me like mentally unstable.
We just had a conversation this morning.
Yeah.
Like, of where I had to talk her off a little bit of a ledge. Yeah. But I didn't invalidate how she's feeling. I just told her of why she could feel differently.
Yeah.
Or gave her reasons how she could feel differently.
Yeah. Okay, the rest of these, it's fine because I said so. You're being just like such and such. Don't guilt trip me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The rest of this is not very substantial.
We will not link that one because it does not seem very good.
It doesn't seem very good. But I think that this was a good conversation.
This was a good one. I like this one.
So let us know down below if you agree with some of the things that were said that you shouldn't tell your spouse, and if you have some things that weren't listed, like what are some things that you feel like your spouse doesn't need to know. I feel like that would open up the door for some interesting conversation. And you guys, I want to bring back the Ask Gabe and Babe segment. We have a couple that we've gotten recently that we'll probably bring it back on the next episode. But if you guys have anything that you want us to discuss, maybe give our opinion on, if you're in any type of a dilemma and you don't know what to do, we would love it if you would send us. You can email us at letsmakeoutpodcast@gmail.com and put hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe in the subject so we'll know that it's for the podcast.
Absolutely.
You can also tweet us, DM us on Instagram or on our Facebook page, and let us know that hey, this is something I want you to discuss on hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe, because I would love to bring that segment back.
Absolutely.
And help you guys however we can. We are not experts. Like we said, we're trying to figure out this life thing, but sometimes you just want advice from a different perspective.
You want somebody else's opinion on something. So
definitely do that. Send that. If you have not had a chance to rate the podcast, we'd love it if you would rate us.
Leave a review.
Let us know what you think about the podcast, because not only does that help us know what you like hearing from us, but it also will allow other people to find us and see and learn about the Let's Make Out podcast the more you rate it. So we would really appreciate that. And subscribe if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you're watching,
thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys and all the feedback and rocking with us.
Exactly. So we're excited. We've got a plan to try to be a bit more consistent. We really want to take it to I'm going to say this time we really want to take it to 4 times a month.
If he says it.
We really want to. But I think we have a solid plan to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And this week so far we're on track to be able to do that. So we're going to continue to keep pushing. Yep. We love your ideas, your suggestions.
Yeah, and keep them coming.
Keep them coming, because we want to cover what you want us to cover, not just
what we find.
Yeah. So so thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you
next time.
That's right.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Deuces.
Bye.
Deuces.
See y'all.